Hello, hello. I think the TV's over there.
Oh.
Yeah, the TV's not in front of me. I can't see myself. Hey, everybody.
We need to turn around.
This is Linda, and here's to your good health. I'm a nurse practitioner at Family Medical Center, and tonight I've got with me my partner in crime, Michele Brown.
Hi.
And we're going to be talking about one of my favorite subjects, which is essential oils. And we're going to be talking primarily about immune defense, antivirals, things like that we can use to keep ourselves as healthy as possible. You know, we make a mask spray. You know, it's a pleasant smelling spray that you put on your mask. I wear it to work and use it every day. And that helps to keep us safe, because instead of breathing my bad breath or my garlic breath from lunch, I smell clove, because that's one of my favorite.
Peppermint. Yeah, peppermint.
Yeah, we have peppermint too, and On Guard, which is a
Yes.
strong clove.
Yes.
On Guard it smells kind of like fall.
Yeah.
And so
Cinnamon, clove,
orange.
eucalyptus, orange.
Yep.
Yeah. all
And
those
so
good.
we're going to be talking about that. We got our big books out now. We're serious tonight.
Yeah.
Primarily because I got new books and I love books. So you know I'm always reading a book, looking at a book, talking about a book. And so here I am with more books. Mm-hmm. So if you have anything you want to talk tonight, this is the 15th of September, 2021. So we are live tonight, and anything you want to talk about, we are not limited to oils. Michele's a guru on herbal tea, and she made me some immune defense tea. It's very good. It's kind of, I think she stole it from Starbucks, but we won't tell anybody.
They call it the medicine balm. Mm-hmm. But I know the flavors and I know the tea,
so she just made it. It's really good.
A lot of vitamin C from the lemon in it.
Yep, and so that's what we need to be taking. You all should be taking vitamin C, vitamin D as in dog, C as in cow, zinc. What else?
There are a lot of, I've been hearing about the lysine. Lysine is one. What are the other ones? I can't think of the names. They'll come to me. Yeah, they're including some other real
And
good
there was
for respiratory health.
Right. And
all of those are good for respiratory health.
There's two I wrote down. Of course, they're at my office. I didn't bring, and I don't remember them. But
it'll come to us. Maybe we'll remember it.
I don't think so. These were words. One was bromelain.
Oh, I've heard of that. That's one.
And I can't remember what the other one was.
Is bromelain for cardiovascular health?
I don't know.
They're different things. I know some are for, they target more respiratory. So that would be your lungs and your airways, bronchial, all that, keeping it strong and like if mucus, maybe keeping the mucus down and things like that. Right. And then the bromelain, some of those I've read, which this virus, are we going to say the word?
Let's say the virus.
The panic. It is.
See if I can Google it.
It is good for heart health, which you need that circulation, right, Linda? You don't want anything clotting up in there, and so your circulation. And I was actually talking to her about my sister who recently. Well, she waited probably 4 or 5 months. She had an injury on her knee, and she found out she had a blood clot in her calf because the pain went from her knee. She tore her meniscus, and then she had a terrible pain in her calf for almost over a month now. So this has been going on with her, and it's really scary because they put her on some strong blood thinners today, and she has to really be careful. She has to go see the doctor in about 10 days. They're going to check her. Of course, they always check your level when you're on blood thinners, don't they? Check it. So anyway, that was a little scary. When she said blood clot, I was like, oh.
So bromelain, and I just listened to a podcast last week on making teas from fruits, and bromelain is in the pineapple juice and the pineapple stem, and that
I
was
love
one of
pineapple.
that was one of the teas you could make that you had to.
Yes.
But you don't like squeeze it.
No, you like soak it.
You cut off the outer part,
Yeah.
and then you
Soak it in the water,
and you
warm water,
cook
hot
it
water.
for
yeah.
really low heat for several hours.
Wow.
And then you strain that.
So the leaf of the pineapple, we have to get a good organic pineapple.
Yeah, you have to get an organic one. Yep.
Because I don't know what they spray on pineapples.
And I don't remember what the other
Yeah, we'll think of
word
it.
is.
I want to say
I'll put it in my phone.
It starts with the N, but
I don't know.
okay.
I don't know. So anyway, we're talking about essential oils. We're talking about keeping ourselves safe. We're talking about keeping ourselves well. We're talking about chemical-free. We're talking about pure. You know, we don't need all those chemicals. I'm pretty convinced that a lot of the chemicals we have, like in Diet Coke and stuff like that, I think they're all contributing to our cancer. Our cancer
They're
problem
definitely
we have in this country.
contributing. Are you talking about artificial sweeteners or just the drink?
Well, all the junk that's in it.
The sugar. That's definitely contributing to diabetes.
Yeah. But, well,
Problems.
sugar, but I mean, all the chemicals.
The chemicals,
And
too.
you know,
Yeah.
pour some Coke on your car and see what it does to your,
The acid.
to your paint and you can, people pour Coke to clean off all the corrosion on batteries. So what's it doing to your stomach, and why are we dumb enough to drink it?
Yeah.
I drank Diet Coke for 25 years. Dumb.
We actually did that little experiment in when I was teaching school, the 3rd grade. The kids loved it. We put the screws in the Coke and poured it over it and showed it dissolving the rust. And then I think somebody, I don't know who it was, said we should do teeth. I don't know if they ever, but to show how bad it is for your teeth too, because it wears the enamel off, and you can see after over a kind of long period of time that wearing away of the tooth, outside of the tooth. So scary, and the kids
Well, you know,
love to
it's the
see
same
that.
thing as put even milk in a baby bottle and putting the baby to bed. It ruins their teeth. You know, if you got to give them a bottle in bed,
Give 'em
put
water.
water. So the things we learn.
I know.
But I love learning, and we are good about learning together, and we, you know, come up with some pretty good ideas sometimes. Anyway.
Yeah. And we were talking about, Linda said, well, you want to do the show with me, and what should we do? I said, and she said, how about antivirals? I said, yes, because, you know, so many people have questions now, and with all the sickness going around, and, you know, what can I do at home? Because you know, you can do stuff at home. It might work better for you than even going to the doctor or having to go to the hospital.
Well,
hopefully that'll prevent that.
You know, there isn't a
Home
lot.
remedies,
Yeah.
people laugh at it, but there are.
Well, you know, people call me and say, I'm positive for COVID. What do I do? There's nothing to do.
Right.
If it's a mild case, you just have to self-isolate and stay away for 10 days. And if it's bad enough that you're short of breath, you've got to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
That's about it. There's nothing that
You can prescribe.
that is available. There is some ivermectin out there. Patrick at Ward Specialty Pharmacy has that. So if you can get your doctor to write for it, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
It's not being promoted by the regular medical community.
No.
So
And people are confused. They're like, well, this is for horse, this is a cow and horse dewormer.
Well,
ivermectin is a Nobel Prize medicine that has been used for all kinds of parasites in humans. And it makes me wonder, you know, this thing is viral. And they're saying, you know, use things like that, which are antiviral, parasitic. So it's kind of interesting. The I don't know what you call that, Linda, in medical terms, the makeup of it, of what the virus is actually doing.
Well, I don't really know that myself.
Yeah.
I just know that they're there and they can morph into something else.
Yes.
And they can,
Yeah, it goes into where your body does that thing where all the organs just kind of fail. Cytokine
storm,
yeah, and
storm.
that's really scary. And
Yeah.
if your body, but we're all about prevention and boosting your immune system. A lot of these are things that we use. God gave us,
We use a lot of them
medicine
in cooking
cabinet and a lot.
They're in your spice cabinet. For instance, these are some essential oils to help with viral infections. Bay laurel, that's a bay leaf. I put bay leaf in my stew. I put bay leaf in my soup.
Yep.
I bet we all got one. I bet you could steep them and make a tea too.
Yes, bay is very antiviral.
Cinnamon,
and it's a mutacalog.
Clove, eucalyptus,
Yes.
geranium, hyssop. I don't know if we can get hyssop or
No.
not.
Did you said cinnamon? Of course, cinnamon is very powerful. It's like clove. It's very strong, antiviral, anti-inflammatory. I mean, there's so many things for that. Clove is good for.
And then
cinnamon.
there's oregano.
Oregano,
Well, I live with an
plant.
Italian. We do a lot of oregano and garlic at our house.
Yeah.
Savory and thyme. So those are the things that we
Cooking.
already have in our
Herbs.
house. You just throw some into your pot for seasoning, or your sauce for seasoning, or whatever you have. And so, there's a lot. You don't have to have an essential oil. You don't have to have, this, that, and the other. Just the plants that are dried and in your spice cabinet would help you. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
And I try to think of when I'm cooking vegetables, just common vegetables, like cabbage. That's a lot of people eat cabbage in the South and here in this area. How can you add some of those spices to that? I know rosemary. Did you mention rosemary? I grow rosemary. My rosemary plant is as big as this table. And I just cut it, and it just adds so much. Because, cabbage is watery, and it's kind of plain tasting. And a lot of people like to put that meat grease in there.
Yeah, and that's really good, but we don't need to do that.
No, we don't need to do that. A little, you're going to try to do healthy and put some olive oil, but I do use butter too. And then I put those spices. I love it with the rosemary. And I think of the one that people eat, cold cabbage, sauerkraut. Caraway, that's a great spice, that flavor. So
and dill,
put some
I love
in your
dill.
cabbage when you cook it.
I bet that would be good.
I wouldn't do the Italian ones, basil, oregano, or thyme. Now, maybe thyme. Thyme isn't as strong as oregano. But, just think of ways you can get those culinary spices, but very healthy, therapeutic. Oh, my goodness. So good for you. And spaghetti sauce. Oh, I just get out the oregano, the basil, thyme, dump it in there, and just
Lots
till
of
I can
garlic,
really
lots
taste
of
it.
onion.
The garlic, garlic is a wonderful antiviral.
Yes.
Immune boosting.
Yes.
I mean, that's one we probably should be really adding to our regimen as far as, and my daughter, she's an outdoor enthusiast. Actually, she's a environmental science major, and she works in the outdoors. She's during the week she does works at a camp and a outdoor nature birding big outfit up in the mountains, and on the weekend she has another job where she does hiking. So she's outside 7 days a week, 8 hours a day. She does hiking tours for Asheville Hiking Tours.com or whatever. But anyway, she swears that eating garlic has kept ticks off of her. She eats it, puts it in, she's almost vegetarian anyway. She puts it in everything, eats lots of it. And she has had hardly any ticks on her, and the mosquitoes don't bother her. She's sweating it out, and it's keeping. But I've heard other people say that. Put it in your food. Just start adding it and watch and see, because the plants, they have to fight off pests. Well, it's in them to do that, you know? All of the herbs and stuff we grow and these essential oil plants we haven't even, you know, talked about, like the eucalyptus plant. It's so pungent. I couldn't see any bug eating that when you smell it.
I know, but it really
it's wonderful.
It opens up your sinuses, I can tell you that.
Keeps things drained and clear.
Yeah. And it's mucolytic.
Mucolytic,
So
that's the word.
If you're real stuffy or you got chest congestion, that oregano helps to break all that up. It's kind of a natural mucinex is what it is.
Eucalyptus, the eucalyptus. I love it. I have a small plant. I don't have the tree. Now in like places like Australia, New Zealand, oh my goodness, it grows like a tree.
Yeah.
And a tea tree, of course, is there, Melaleuca, and then New Zealand has the Manuka, which is a very powerful plant.
Right.
Tea tree, you've heard a lot about that. That's pretty mainstream now.
Yeah.
It's in a lot of things.
It's in shampoos, it's in soaps, it's in...
Yes, and that one is very antiseptic. If you want to, you know, everybody's buying handy wipes and buying Lysol spray. Well, I'll tell you, and we make one. Linda and I make it when we do our little section. We do classes when we talk about home cleaning products, right?
Right.
So take some tea tree, very antiviral, antifungal, antibacterial. It's been used to combat MRSA, Linda.
I've heard that.
Anti-MRSA. So much. You've probably heard of it for acne and like skin infections. It will heal it right up. You can even gargle with it. Linda has a testimony. She had, what did you have, the ulcer?
Thrush.
She had thrush. She swished it. Don't swallow it. Please don't swallow it.
It's terrible. It tastes
Swish
terrible.
it around in your mouth and spit it out, and it will cure. Tell my daughter to dab some on. She gets the cold sores. She dabs it right on with some coconut oil.
Yep.
But tea tree, just put it in a spray bottle with some mineral water. You want the water to be free of anything, chemicals or minerals.
What's that?
I mean, not mineral water. I'm sorry. What is it called? Distilled water.
That's it.
I said mineral water. No mineral water. Sorry. You can drink mineral water.
Distilled water.
Distilled
You want
water.
it free of any chemicals.
Yes,
That's
and
why.
even your water at your sink, because the water that comes through your house from the town is chlorinated, is fluorinated. It has a lot of stuff in it. It's stuff, and even my well water, I know it has stuff in it.
Because it's, you know, because we live out in the country and all the chemicals that have been put in the ground from
sediment and the farmers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
So-
I filter it, but anyway, don't use that in this, because with the essential oils, you want it to be
Distilled
and pure, and then put a little white vinegar in it and shake it up, and you can spray it on surfaces. It will kill the germs and bacteria.
It's nice too. It's a pleasant smell.
Yes, it's kind of a medicinal medicine
it is,
smell.
but it's nice.
Yes, add some lemon to it. That'll help with the smell too. And lemon is, I don't know that it's antiviral, but I know that it is very cleansing. So, hey, it's along the lines.
I'll have to look that up.
Yes.
I don't know that either.
We use a lot of lemon in our potions
I
and
love
products.
lemon, and I drink lemon. And
It is. Sorry.
Yeah,
you know
I
what?
thought
There
so.
aren't many, I would say, no, I shouldn't say aren't, of essential oils of that don't have it. Most of them are antiviral. Like I said, because the plant in it has, we got a break. I'm just talking away. The plant has to have some kind of, way to fight back in its environment. And so all that's so concentrated in the leaf, the flower, whatever your, stem, that it can really fight off some germs. So it's great.
Yep.
Great stuff.
All right, it is time for our first break. So we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk more about essential oils. Call me if you have any questions about anything. We will look into it, and we will talk about that, because this show is for you, by you, and about you. It's not about me. I just pick topics because nobody tells me what they want to talk about. So if you have issues that you would like me to discuss, you would like me to research and study, I will, but you have to let me know. All right. We'll be right back with more of Here's to Your Good Health. Don't go away.
Okay.
At Down East Hearing Care Associates, we are dedicated to taking care of every client by providing personal, high-quality hearing care services. My staff and I know hearing loss affects each person and their loved ones differently. So we give you the time and the care you need to ensure the hearing technology chosen fits your lifestyle. At Down East Hearing Care, we also make custom ear molds and specialize in emergency hearing aid repairs. Down East Hearing Care Associates has 2 locations, one in Knightdale and one in Rocky Mount. We have hearing lives to save.
Hi, I'm Richard Koss, pharmacist and owner of Almonds Drug Store here in Rocky Mount. Here today with my wife and 2 daughters. For over 75 years, Almonds Drug Store has been the pharmacy of choice for residents of Edgecombe and Nash County. Our family is proud to call Rocky Mount home, and we are excited about the new services and products we are adding daily at both of our Almonds Drug Store's locations and also at our medical supply store.
Come in and see us at Almonds Medical Supply. We're an extension of Almonds Drug Stores, your local hometown pharmacy. We're here to service all your needs, from wheelchairs to walkers to orthopedic supports to compression hose to hard-to-find wound care supplies. And you'll always get that hometown customer service.
We want our patients to pay the best prices, get the best service available, and have a better pharmacy experience than they will get anywhere else. Our staff is committed to going above and beyond to meet our patients' needs. Whether it is working with your provider to get you the best medication at the best price, contacting your provider to get you refills or a prior authorization, or taking the time to review each of your medications with you personally, or perhaps even helping you find an old-time remedy or other hard-to-find items, your Almonds Drug Store staff will work hard to meet your pharmacy needs. At Almonds, we will deliver your prescriptions for free. Both of our stores have drive-through windows, we guarantee short wait times, and our pharmacists will come out to greet you personally and answer any questions you have. If you want to be met with a smiling face, or even want someone to greet you by name when you walk through the doors, we are the pharmacy for you.
Call Almonds Drugs today.
443-3138 or 446-0014.
All right, we're back. Hello, hello. This is Here's to Your Good Health. I'm Linda Prezioso. I'm with Michele Brown, and we're talking about natural ways to combat viruses. You know, this horrible virus that we're fighting as a world, actually. And it's, you know, trying to take over. And people are tired of it. They're tired of masks. They're tired of staying home. We're just weary. And so I think that using oils is a great way to give you some confidence that you can put that mask spray on and be around people, or just spray it around, or you spray it in your hands and inhale it. You don't, you know, you don't have to wear it on a mask if you're not comfortable with that. But there are plenty of immune boosting oils. I've got some here we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about turmeric. We'll go ahead and do that right now. Turmeric is a spice, as you know. It's used a lot in India. It's part of the curry family. And but you can buy turmeric tablets, turmeric pills. I take a turmeric every day with an Instaflex, which is all natural. It's got frankincense in it and white birch, which is for pain, and several other items. And I take those every day for knee pain. And very rarely do my knees hurt. Now they do sometimes, especially like if the weather changes, you know, or rain comes, things like that. But for the most part, I can go up and down the stairs at work pretty painlessly. And at my age, with the knees that they say I have based on x-rays, I'm blessed.
Yeah.
Michele isn't quite as blessed as I am.
I'm trying to get there.
So let's talk about turmeric. Tell us about turmeric. Where does
Well,
it come from? Is it a...
It is an ancient, it says it's an ancient spice, recognized all around the world, but it's been in the limelight too, for, like Linda was saying, in spotlight, not limelight, join the spotlight for inflammation. It really fights inflammation. And I was reading that even it said in the book, where this is a book by Dr. Axe. Y'all might have heard of him, Dr. John Ash. He has a really good program on YouTube, and he's on mainline TV, isn't he now? Or is he on YouTube? And Jordan Rubin, that's a guy you need to look up. He's really has a powerful testimony how he healed himself with pretty much.
Well, and the reason this book was even written, it's written by three, Dr. Axe, Ty Bollinger, and Jordan Rubin.
Yeah.
Jordan Rubin is real big on, is he a doctor?
Yeah, I think he is.
He's real big on your food and eating naturally and that kind of thing.
What was it called? The Bible diet? The eat
I don't know.
Genesis diet or something.
I don't know.
It's about the garden.
But anyway, those three men, all of them had cancer in their family.
Yes, that was
Two of them, I think, were their moms. And maybe all three were. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I read it. But anyway, they got together and they worked on making oils and all
Supplements,
to
oils.
treat their moms. To help them with cancer, and they had such wonderful results that they just kept digging further and further into the essential oils, and so that's how that book came about. But is turmeric? Is it from a tree? Is it?
No, it's like a root, kind of looks like ginger.
Oh, okay.
You can buy it in the store, and I get it from Harris Teeter. You know, I make the golden milk, and I don't know if you all have heard about golden milk, but I'll tell you about that. That's one good way to get your turmeric. But the really powerful compound in it is curcumin. Say that. Curcumin.
Curcumin, I think.
Curcumin. That's what. And it's very bright orange, yellow. It will stain if you get the little root. They're like maybe as long as your index finger, and you can peel that. And be careful though, because it will stain your fingers. So if you have gloves, you can put on your gloves. I just chop it up and I put it in some almond milk. You can do dairy too. I just choose to do the almond milk, and put it in there with some of the pumpkin pie spices. I can't say pumpkin pie spices, like cloves, allspice, nutmeg, cinnamon. And I just do my pumpkin pie spice in there. Or if you don't have to put any other spice, and just kind of let it simmer. And then I put like a cup of milk and maybe half of one of those, and it turns bright yellow. I made it for you before. One of those little.
It's tasty.
And then I add honey to sweeten it. Or you can add a sweetener. You could do the erythritol, which a lot of people like now, the keto, low glycemic. Agave is low glycemic.
The stevia plant.
Stevia is also low glycemic. So those are good if you're trying to, watch your sugar, and if you're diabetic and all that. So put it in there and just drink it, and it's really nice. It's nice in the evenings, if you want something, because milk is soothing. And so you can use any milk. You could do coconut milk. That'd be wonderful with it, because
I love oat milk.
Oh yeah, you like the oat milk.
I do.
I think I've tried it. Yes,
it's real thick and creamy.
Yeah, I think it's along the line. Cashew milk's like that. I like cashew milk too. But I like the nut milks, and you could do soy if you wanted soy milk. Still, and coconut milk, like when you put that with, like if you're making a dish, maybe like a curry, saute some vegetables and just put your turmeric in there. If you don't like the other spices in curry, some of them are strong. It's cumin. And
you either like it or you don't.
But you can hardly taste it. But it makes it a beautiful, bright yellow.
Color.
And you can get the powder. There's some really good quality the powder for in spices that I bought. I actually, my sister, she loves to go to the Asian stores when we are in the city, like Norfolk. Norfolk's a big city now. Raleigh does too. And when I go visit her, we've been up there, and you can just buy that stuff like, I don't know, like a pound of it. All these spices, you know, like the curries.
Yeah, her sister is a trained chef, so
I don't.
she knows how to use all that stuff.
Yes, she tells me which ones, but I did buy that. I have a huge jar now of it, like probably 4 ounces, but of turmeric. And I just put it, like I said, when I'm cooking vegetables. It's a peppery flavor, but I can tell, like you, when you don't take it. Like you said, you'd gotten one time you ran out of it, and I can too. I really can.
You really need to take it every day, and I do. I just put it in my little medicine. I take my blood pressure medicine and all to work with me in a little container, and I
take your pill. One thing about it, they say add some pepper, like black pepper or cayenne, because that helps it to absorb in your gut. It needs the pepper.
And we talked about a leaky gut last week and how bad that is, and what we need to do to keep our gut
That's
optimal and keep it working the way God made us to work.
A lot of probiotics.
Yes, because 70% of our immune system is in our gut. So if your gut ain't working, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
So
wow.
Yeah. So we like turmeric. We like, the more we learn about all this natural stuff, the more we like it, and the more we do. And a couple weeks ago, I meant to give you that recipe. Joy made, she was on the show with me, and she made pumpkin muffins, and she made it out of oatmeal flour.
Yes.
She ground the oatmeal and used that instead of white flour, because white flour is terrible for us. It's all processed. There's nothing left in it but gluten, and that can cause some problems too. So the more that we talk about this and do this, the more I've started making some Indian food, because I'm leaning towards more plant-based diet, and I'll never give up meat. You never say never. I don't see myself giving up meat or fish. I know I can't give up fish, because I eat fish about 3 times a week. I love fish. But I'm trying to put in a few more vegetables and a little bit less hamburger, because beef is really high in fat, and that's bad in our livers and bad in our cholesterol, and so everything that's good.
And it triggers that inflammation in your body. Those things.
But you can't beat a good burger on the grill with a fresh slice of
turmeric over it. Before you eat it, you never know.
Mix it in. You won't even know it. You won't even know it.
Oh yeah, meatloaf with the turmeric and pepper in it and all those.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. Well, now see, I'll cook this weekend. If I can make it through tomorrow, I can make it to the weekend. So I wanted to talk about, since we've been talking about the gut and turmeric and that kind of thing, some of the immune boosting oils are very similar and work both as an antiviral and antibacterial. And Michele said, well, what's the difference? Well, viruses are viruses, and bacteria is a bacteria. And we have staph on our skin. That is a bacteria. All of us do. It's how God made us. But you can have a staph infection. You can get mighty sick. You can get lots of different infections in your urine. You can get infections in a joint. You can get infections in your lungs. A sinus infection. That's all. Most of that's all bacterial. But to boost your immunity, to boost your immune system, to keep you as healthy as you can, and we've already said these, but cinnamon bark, clove bud, eucalyptus, lemon, orange, and rosemary, and you can ingest most of those. And you can always get some gel caps. There are some oils that they consider hot because you can't really ingest them. They're too potent.
Yeah, and you can't put them on your skin either.
Right,
They will burn
right. Peppermint is one. Cinnamon is one.
Peppermint's antiviral. We haven't talked about that.
Oh, yeah. I love peppermint. I put peppermint in my water at work.
Yes.
But anyway, so you can get some gel caps, and you just open up the cap and put in your drops of oil and swallow it like a pill from the pharmacy.
Yeah, put some olive oil and a few drops of the essential oil. You don't need a lot. If you
1 or 2 drops.
And you need to make sure, we would not recommend ingesting them unless you are using pure certified grade therapeutic
Certified
oils.
Pure, we can never get all those terms right either.
CPT, it has to be certified pure therapeutic grade. Yes. And doTERRA, that's the one we use and always lean on. There's some good ones out there, but doTERRA has
they have a good reputation.
And that is immaculate. You can't get any better, really.
But you can't go to Food Lion and get essential oils.
Or Target or Walmart.
Right, because most of them are some kind of an oil with perfume in it.
Yeah.
You know.
They have a scent.
Right.
They're not
and that's
essential
not
oil.
a true essential oil. And essential oils really are not oils. They're liquid drops.
Like an extract, more of an extract.
Yeah.
Type. They're volatile. They'll evaporate. They're in dark bottles. You want to make sure. That's another sign. This is a clue. If it's a true therapeutic grade pure essential oil, it will be in a amber, brown, dark bottle. I was trying to find amber.
Or dark blue.
Yeah, or dark blue. And that's to keep the sunlight from tampering with it. You want to keep it in a cabinet or basket out of the way, not up on your, where the light comes in on your windowsill, but store them in a cool, dry, dark place.
Yep.
Like
I mean, they're fine in your bathroom or someplace like that.
Yeah.
Because,
But there's high humidity in there.
Well,
so
there
that
is.
can
You
mess
have to
with
kind
it
of
too.
watch.
Yeah.
I keep mine in my closet, which is
my bedroom, my spare bedroom closet. And, just take care because, like Linda said, you can have some skin reaction to them because they're potent. I mean, they're so much concentrated in that.
One drop.
Yeah, and even a small bottle is highly concentrated oil from the plant.
Peppermint, you use 1 drop.
Yes.
To 16 ounces of water.
It's powerful. She can drink it. I can't. It kind of takes my breath.
She's a wimp.
I can inhale it and it doesn't take my breath.
Yeah,
but if I get it in my throat, it'll make me I am wimpy about some of that. And
well, we all got our things we can take and not take.
But we haven't talked about diffusing them. That's the best way to get them into your nasal cavity. And then from there, they go
all the way in.
They cross the blood-brain barrier, which is so powerful for these oils. They go straight into the blood and throughout your body. Think of all the capillaries and blood flowing through your vessels in your body, right, Linda? And they're going to be released in there just through inhaling them through your olfactory system. And then another very powerful and important way that it gets into your system is into your respiratory, because from there it goes directly into
your lungs, and then your blood feeds into the air in the lungs, and then it circulates through the whole body. There's the nurse.
I need it. But I've researched it, and it just amazes me how they can do that, and it knows where to go.
I know.
There's no...
God knows what he's doing.
Yeah, that's right.
He made stuff.
He made us. He made the plants.
That's right.
In the garden, he gave us everything we needed for a whole, healthy, complete. And that's what Linda and I are about. We're about the whole person. You think of medicine.
Body, soul, and spirit.
Body, soul, spirit, and that's your heart, your soul, your heart, your mind. Those things, that's so powerful, because the traditional and Western medicine, Eastern medicine maybe more addresses it. Western medicine doesn't address it. And that's a shame, because you got to know what the root cause. If someone is in pain, it could be from a trauma
Yeah.
that they, or emotional health is so important. Your body can actually get diseases from, I know it can get like, your heart, affects your heart, and cancers even, and I know stress, I was thinking stress, you can have a stress heart attack.
Well, you sure can.
Yeah.
You can have a heart attack from taking a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory like ibuprofen. Take too much of it, it can cause, and especially if you've got some heart, if you've got some heart issues already, maybe you had an MI, you've had a stent. I actually had talked to a patient who had a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory induced heart attack. So, that's why we go back to the natural as much as possible.
Yes.
All right, it's time for our next break. So when we come back, if you want to talk about anything in particular, give us a call, 407-1111. Otherwise, we're going to go back to immune-boosting diffuser blends and things like that. So don't go away. We'll be right back. Hang on now.
Yeah.
At Down East Hearing Care Associates, we are dedicated to taking care of every client by providing personal, high-quality hearing care services. My staff and I know hearing loss affects each person and their loved ones differently. So we give you the time and the care you need to ensure the hearing technology chosen fits your lifestyle. At Down East Hearing Care, we also make custom ear molds and specialize in emergency hearing aid repairs. Down East Hearing Care Associates has 2 locations, one in Knightdale and one in Rocky Mount. We have hearing lives to save.
When faced with special care needs for elderly or disabled loved ones, families want compassionate, comforting care. That's Tender Touch Home Care Services' goal, providing the level of care we would expect for our own. With over 10 years of home care excellence, Tender Touch provides an array of services that keeps your loved one at home. From personal care, light housekeeping, errands, and meal preparation, to our private duty care program, which combines all of our home care offerings in one package.
Tender Touch Home Care Services, where your needs are our concern.
Hi, I'm Richard Koss, pharmacist and owner of Almonds Drug Store here in Rocky Mount. Here today with my wife and 2 daughters. For over 75 years, Almonds Drug Store has been the pharmacy of choice for residents of Edgecombe and Nash County. Our family is proud to call Rocky Mount home, and we are excited about the new services and products we are adding daily at both of our Almonds Drug Store's locations and also at our medical supply store.
Come in and see us at Almonds Medical Supply. We're an extension of Almonds Drug Stores, your local hometown pharmacy. We're here to service all your needs, from wheelchairs to walkers to orthopedic supports, compression hose to hard-to-find wound care supplies. And you'll always get that hometown customer service.
We want our patients to pay the best prices, get the best service available, and have a better pharmacy experience than they will get anywhere else. Our staff is committed to going above and beyond to meet our patients' needs. Whether it is working with your provider to get you the best medication at the best price, contacting your provider to get you refills or a prior authorization, or taking the time to review each of your medications with you personally, or perhaps even helping you find an old-time remedy or other hard-to-find items, your Almonds Drug Store staff will work hard to meet your pharmacy needs. At Almonds, we will deliver your prescriptions for free. Both of our stores have drive-through windows, we guarantee short wait times, and our pharmacists will come out to greet you personally and answer any questions you have. If you want to be met with a smiling face, or even want someone to greet you by name when you walk through the doors, we are the pharmacy for you.
Call Almonds Drugs today.
443-3138 or 446-0014.
All right, howdy, we're back with more of our natural stuff. We got our books open and we're looking away. We're going to talk a little bit about menopausal health because Michelle's going through it. I'm still going through it, not as bad as her. She's at her peak. I'm waning down. But it's terrible, y'all. Y'all have hot flashes. Y'all can't sleep at night. I'm learning how to take care of people with bioidentical hormones, and I'm here to tell you the stuff I'm learning. I didn't learn a thing in nurse practitioner school or nursing school for that matter, and doctors don't learn it either. The only thing doctors know is right for Premarin, and you know, that's effective. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, and it's inexpensive. The problem with Premarin is, number one, it's derived from horse urine. So you're putting horse urine in your body. Number two, it is it's processed through the liver, and so that's what can cause blood clots from estrogen and things like that. And also, by the time it's processed through the liver and the toxins are removed, because that's what our liver does, that's its job, you're getting, you know, minimal amount of what we're supposed to be getting. Whereas the bioidentical are made from plants, from natural substances, and then you can, you don't ingest them like a pill that I'm aware of. You can, they come in, most of the times they come in like a cream. Sometimes you can get them like in a patch that you can put on your arm. And then they have something called pellets, and pellets are little, they're like little grains of rice, and your practitioner will test your hormones to see exactly what you need, because what Michele needs for her symptoms and what I need are two totally different things. Even if we were both having some of the same symptoms, you know, our bodies are different. We're all fearfully and wonderfully made. So your practitioner will test, usually it's saliva, and then that is sent to a lab, and they determine what your deficiencies are, how much your deficiencies are, and then you can either get a cream compounded that you can put on every day, or you can get pellets and you insert the pellets into the fatty part of your buttocks. Cream you have to use every day. The pellets you insert, and they're good for 3 or 4 months. So kind of depends upon what you want to do, how you want it. You know, some people want something that they can do every day because they'll remember. You know, everybody's different. We all got our own way.
Yeah, then some people just want to do it and forget it. That's done. So, yeah.
So, you know, either there's not a right or a wrong. It's just a patient preference. But so.
And I like how you said it's individual. Once you get that, whatever it is back, that markers for all the things that are
the lab values.
The lab values, then you know what they need, and that's how really it should be. Don't, like you say, one thing fits all. And it's amazing, and you were saying in your education, from being RN to a nurse practitioner, going as far as you can, and you could get a PhD. And
I could.
But
I could.
I know,
but I could.
We're not going to talk about education, are we? And you know, that's how doctors. I heard one doctor said he had like a 4-hour class on nutrition.
Yeah, that's all. That's all. I had a 1-hour class,
and then it was so broad. It was like, oh, if it's for why people are malnourished. What is that? You know, well, that's good to know, but we aren't malnourished. Do we look malnourished? I mean, there's so much you can go into.
Well,
and that's
food
what
should be our medicine.
Food is your medicine. That's a whole nother show, Linda.
That's right. I've already talked about that.
Yes, you have.
At times, but I'll probably do it again.
Yes, and this is so neat because like the herbs that you have them dried and you add them to the food, or you have the extract from the oils in the plant and you can ingest them that way or put them on topically. So there's a lot of different ways. There's not just one way. Diffusing it, putting it in a water diffuser and letting the vapors in the air, you know, saturate, and then you breathe it in. And so there's so many different things, but the food is so key. It really is.
Oh yeah.
If we could, all these, the turmeric, how that has been found.
And that's real food now. I ain't talking about going to the McDonald's drive-thru.
Oh no, this is the food you're gonna have to make.
Yeah, and it's really important that you don't eat processed foods.
No.
Anything that's wrapped in cellophane, comes in a box or a can, you pretty much need to stay away from. Even
Yeah.
the canned vegetables, the cans themselves can hold carcinogens in
Yeah.
them. And so we need to, if you
Frozen, if you can't get
frozen,
fresh.
if you can't or don't know what to do
Yeah.
with fresh, frozen.
Yes.
And we're going to be doing, I'm going to be doing with Jean White, who's been on this show before. We're going to be
Yes.
doing a little bit of a cooking show and showing
Great.
how you can cook healthy things. So that,
Oh,
we're going to
that'll
be
be
doing that
great.
Friday. That will be on my Facebook page.
Oh,
So,
great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're just trying to get the
So
word
check
out.
out Essential, give them your, where to find you. Where do we find you, Linda? Essential Nurse Practitioner.
It's Essential Nurse Practitioner on Facebook. That's me. I think I'm the only Essential Nurse Practitioner.
Right.
Yeah, so, yeah, you can look that up. You can like the page for those of you that are savvy and can do it on your phone.
And you have a website too, which is
Essential Nurse Practitioner.
Is it .com?
Yes, essentialnursepractitioner.com. And then I have an email, essentialnursepractitioner@gmail.com.
Right.
So you can find me if you want to.
Come up with any other.
I'm not in a phone book. You can't find me that way. Used to be years ago, but those phone books are pretty obsolete now,
I
aren't
know.
they?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I
don't
don't
see
get 'em
much of
anymore.
that. Mm-mm. And if you do, they're like this thin.
Yeah.
I mean, and most of it's all business.
Yeah, it's not residential. It's all.
I haven't had a landline since I moved 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 4 years. I didn't have a landline when I lived in that rental house.
Yeah.
So, and I don't miss it. I don't miss the bill.
Yeah.
Remember, it used to be, I was thinking about that, now you can pick up your phone and you
Yeah.
can call Timbuktu if you want to.
But businesses still need it, just like for
Yeah,
the.
yeah. Yeah, my
they
business,
do need
the
it. And
office still has it.
television and all the different, whatever media, there's a lot of different media, so.
Yeah, but I was just thinking that, it used to
Yeah.
be you couldn't call long distance, it would be
Yeah.
so expensive, and
I
you'd
know.
want to call your mama, and you could only talk for 3 minutes because she was in Minnesota, stuff like
Yeah.
that, and how our times have changed.
Yes.
It's really something that,
Yeah, it's hard to keep up with all that.
yes, it is, it really is.
Changes so fast.
So, yeah, it's really something. So the ways you can use essential oils, people say, well, what do I do with them? What do I
Yeah.
do? So you can, the number one, I think the easiest way, the best way is to diffuse.
Yes.
You can buy a diffuser, you can get them at TJ Maxx, you can get them at Walmart.
Good ones,
They
TJ.
probably, I don't know where else they have
I've
them.
seen them, the small ones even, and did I see one in Food Lion? They have a little section with some oils, but there's
really?
a small, yeah. And we've offered the small ones that actually will plug into a computer with the what's the cord?
USB.
Yeah, the USB cord.
And
So
you can get them
'em-
to plug in, you can get a car diffuser, you plug it into your heater, the vents where the air comes out, the
Yes.
heat or the cool. You can use jewelry diffusers. Do you have any jewelry diffusing on?
I don't tonight,
either,
but
you can-
beads,
necklaces.
wood will diffuse. You put a little drop on there, natural beads. I usually have my beaded, it's Puma Stone. Puma Stone is really good. And if you see jewelry with Puma Stone, that will
That will work.
diffuse.
And then
the
you
oil.
can put it on your bracelet, and then when
Yeah.
you get stressed, you just
your oil.
smell your little oil, and that will calm you right down. But
Yeah.
diffusing is really, that's the easiest way.
There's a candle burner too, I forgot that. The ones that have the tea light underneath it, and it has a reservoir for water. You put a few drops of the essential oil, light your tea light. You probably have some of those. They're called votive candles. Are they votive?
I don't know.
But you know what they are. If you've ever used any of the wax burner or the other scented stuff.
Yeah, but I
Don't
had
do
to-
that. Put
it
the
doesn't
water
work.
in the up in the top. Put a few drops of the oil, and the candle will help it
The
diffuse into the air.
The heat,
Yes.
the heat does it.
Yep.
And that you don't, you don't have to have a recipe. You don't, if you put in too much oil, it's okay. If you don't put in enough oil, it's okay.
Yeah.
So diffusing is really one of the best and
Yeah.
easiest ways. We make a lot of roller blends where we put oils, and it's a little container about like that. It's
With
got a roller
coconut or
ball.
olive oil.
And like, if you've got a headache, you just roll it across here. If you've got tummy ache, you roll it on your tummy. So we have different, we have headache blends,
If you're
anxiety blends.
congested, roll it on your throat and under your sinuses, not too close to your eye.
Yeah.
But I do that a lot when I'm congested or have allergy symptoms with my lavender, lemon, peppermint.
Yep.
Very good for
Yep.
those symptoms, sinusitis.
So, and we make, hand scrubs. I make a whipped body butter that is really
Yes, I found mine the
nice.
other day.
And we have some spa products. We have men's products for beard oil and bald head balm and things like that. So there's a gazillion things we can do with the oils, but for the novice or somebody that's just starting to get into it, diffuse. That's
Yes.
just really so easy.
Yes.
And one of the best ones, I think.
Yeah, and it makes your house smell so good. People want to light candles or do all those scented things.
Yeah.
This is natural. It won't affect your sinuses. If your
Right.
kids have allergies, my husband can't stand the scented candles.
I know.
Or perfumes.
They're too
I
perfumey.
put on the oils, I put on eucalyptus, and he thinks that's the best smelling thing.
Well, he's got a lot of allergies too, so it probably works.
It does, it clears him up.
It probably makes him feel
I
good,
do at
but-
night. I put a few drops on a tissue and put it right under my pillow by my head, and it does keep me
It does help.
breathing
yeah.
free pretty much.
And candles, it emits carcinogens when it burns.
Yeah, the wax and the petroleum-based wax
Yeah,
and stuff.
it's
not good for you.
It's not good for you. But anyway, our time is up.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next week with more of Here's to Your Good Health. Good night.
Good night.